everybody. I'm JR.
Brian.
I'm Felipe A. Candelaria. The A is for onomatopoeia.
I'm Roger.
Isaiah.
And we are Eclectic Nerds. Thank you for joining us today. We have a couple things to talk about. We're going to get straight to it. All right. Last weekend, we went to Anime Matsuri, so keep an eye out for a video about that. We're going to have a featurette and a montage. So thank you for everybody, and we're glad we met so many people. Thank you. It was an awesome experience. And if you guys didn't see us, we were wearing the Eclectic Nerd shirts. Represent, guys. Represent. Eclectic Nerds. Eclectic Nerds. All right, we have them for sale. 1 for $20, 2 for $35. If you're interested in one supporting the cause, Nerd Nation, the nerd movement, send us a DM. Inboxes.
Well, I gotta
Contact one of them.
Because that's what it is, direct message.
Direct message.
Like, damn.
Hit me in the DM, and I guess.
Felipe is not used to getting hit anywhere. So with that being said, let's take a quick moment and let's welcome our newest member, Isaiah. Thank you. Give him a little something about you, B.
Isaiah got a separate YouTube channel. It's the Mad Panda. Go on there for some Rocket League gameplay every now and then. Been doing YouTube for a little while. Met Brian and JR in high school, and the rest of these gentlemen recently. So
2 days ago.
Yeah.
Just about,
About 2 days ago, yeah.
As of,
yeah.
48 hours. Alrighty.
In 3 seconds.
And 3 seconds. Alright, y'all. We are
down.
live, B. Okay, so I think we can say that we're all fans of a show called The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I think you're lying.
Door's right there, bro.
Bro, you could walk out of it then.
Oh, man. Yeah, if only I were dead, then I'd be The Walking Dead.
Oh, puns.
Got him.
Puns.
All right,
He turned a
continue.
loss into a win.
I didn't really hear what he said. Like,
I'm
I got
neutral.
distracted about this guy. My bad.
He didn't say anything.
No, like he was talking. Whatever.
We
All
whatever.
right, back on track.
Alright, so The Walking Dead Season 7 has ended. It ended
Yeah.
with a bang.
Bang, bang. Pew, pew. Everybody go.
It
Yeah.
always does.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
always does.
yeah.
True.
We've lost so many people in the beginning of the second half of Season 7.
And the first episode, man. In the
First episode of second half
Yeah,
of
you
Season
lost
7.
half the cast.
No, in the first episode
Right?
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
of the season.
This
Yeah.
season, yeah, you're right.
That's
You're
one
right.
thing I really heard about.
We
R.I.P.
lost.
Glenn Reed.
A whole bunch.
Well, actually, spoiler tag. Spoilers. We are
Spoilers!
going to be talking about spoilers. I'm sorry if I just ruined that for y'all. And y'all haven't seen The Walking Dead, but if you haven't, again, what are you doing with your
For
life?
real, like,
Get
Watching
on
Game of
that.
Thrones.
Get on that. I mean, I know a lot of
Only
people
watched season one.
don't like to watch it just because they think it starts off slow and they don't like the zombie concept. But also, you have to remember that in this world of walkers, it's not the zombies you have to worry about, it's the people, because it drives people to do some crazy things like we see in season 7 with all the debauchery and all the massacre and all the blood and gore and the crazy plot lines that are developing right now.
People just trying
Now-
to survive, man.
Yeah, and we forget, I think a lot of people forget that it's based on the comic, and the comic is on issue 166 right now that got released last week. But in the comic is a little bit gorier, a little bit more explicit in what they say and what they do. So I prefer the comic just so I can read ahead, and that's the thing. I'm impatient. So I like things to just, gimme.
Millennials.
Yeah,
instant gratification.
It
That's
is
how
what
I am
it
with
is.
my anime. I'd rather just read the manga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same concept. Yeah.
I'm a believer of both.
Yeah, I like to. I mean, especially in like key moments of the comics,
Yeah.
whenever they bring that to life, like Glenn's death scene, I think they got that panel for panel absolutely correct. It was awesome. It looked great on screen. It was well done. It sucked to say goodbye to such a lovable, such a well developed, and such a
Wise
relatable
character.
He was
character
like
and
one of my
wise
favorite
character as
characters.
well.
Hands down.
He kept everyone grounded.
Yeah.
yeah.
Even like, and he was the one, like, even in the comic as well, he was like Rick's right hand man.
For real.
And what was it called? He was kind of like the conscious of the group. He was, everybody was so when people would lash out, he would bring them back and say,
Yo,
hey,
chill out.
yeah, chill out. This is what we have to do. And even when he would freak out, like his driving force was his wife and just wanting to see his wife again. Even in his death scene, he said, Maggie, I'll find you. So, yeah.
But then he died, so he lied.
And-
So,
Right?
Yeah, shot to the heart,
For
man.
real.
ain't no too late. Come on.
Oh my god, what was
Yeah.
that?
That was
I-
a big
that's where I
singing
wanted it to go.
moment right there.
Boy, some Bon Jovi, B.
Yeah.
Let
So-
that be known.
At the end of season 7 in The Walking Dead, we hear Negan say, "We're going to war," and that is a reference to the All Out War arc in the Walking Dead comic. So in the All Out War arc, it's when Alexandria, the Hilltop, and the Kingdom, they finally unite forces and they take on the Saviors, and there's this huge battle that takes place like over the span of 12 issues, and it's just people die left and right. There's strategic maneuvers, there's cunning on Rick's part, there's exhaustion from everybody, and you know it's a real, like, it's a stressful arc just because of like what it leads to. And on top of that, you're dealing with an evil character like Negan.
Yeah.
So you know it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, and I'm excited to see how they're gonna translate to the screen, because season 8 is gonna be pretty action packed. Like, we thought season 7 was bad, and we thought season 6 was leading up to a lot of things. Like, this season, it was a good combination of everything.
Yeah.
Season 8 is just gonna be like debauchery all across the board.
See, I haven't seen all the episodes of this season.
Mm-hmm.
I've dabbed here and there. I most definitely was there for the beginning, first couple episodes. Life happens, whatever, and then I said, you know what, I'm just gonna wait for the whole season to be like completed so I could just binge it, because you know, millennials, and that's where I'm gonna go with it. I've same concept with the comics. I've been in and out of it, but it's exciting to see the direction that this show's gonna go. You know.
Yeah.
So.
You know, speaking of comics, though, we got something really interesting that I want to talk about too.
Hit him with it.
Oh, Brian, lead it.
The X-Men Gold controversy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
This has been really popping recently with the issue 1, very first issue. You know, X-Men Gold just dropped like a week ago.
Like not even
About
like
a week ago.
About a week ago. And so the controversy is the artist, Agents CF.
CF, yeah.
CF. He, without Marvel knowing, he put in some verses from the Quran and the protests of what's going on in
References
Indonesia.
to verses.
Yeah, references to
to
verses.
yeah.
The crazy thing about a lot of these verses is, well, one specifically that stands out to people, it says that, you know, it talks about the Muslim people not showing sovereign to a non-Muslim leader.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
Marvel got mad about that one.
see, now here's the thing though, like and you know, me and, you know, the great Noel the Giant, we had this discussion, like, you know, Marvel's been in like the political game.
Yeah.
You know?
They're not scared to hit it.
They're not, so it's kind of interesting, like, either A, they knew about it but people got mad and so they had to like retrace, or you know, they truly didn't know.
Yeah, I think they got mad because being a company that's world known, the way the artist did it was not the way Marvel could have handled it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of straight up pretty much bashing people, like offending people like that. And even the artist released a statement like, I'm sorry, my career's over, which is it is and whatnot. But like that's pretty much why I think Marvel is so mad, because like, yo, we could have done it in a different way. You didn't have to just blatantly say, wow, we will not follow.
See, now that's the thing, like
I get it was a protest, you know, but still, you know, it's a company, because like people get offended.
Here's my thing. Though.
It's a business, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you let artists just do that and let them get away with it, who says like next week another artist is gonna start doing some other stuff? Yeah. And be more aggressive, you know what I'm saying?
Well, see,
we have like explicit comics out there.
Yeah.
You know? So it's not like this hasn't been done before. It's just with such a recognized company, you know, and one that's also backed up by Disney at this point, which really has a lot more to say.
Yeah, and a mainstay franchise too.
Exactly.
X-Men is a pretty big, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna put that inside a X-Men comic, like, everybody needs to be on board with that.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, X-Men already was a great allegory for you know, civil rights and minorities, which is why
Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
Yeah, exactly. So already X-Men was introduced with controversy to begin with.
Yeah.
You know. Now here's my thing. The writer, is the writer saying it on his behalf, or is it he wrote it on behalf of a character?
The artist.
No,
the artist released that statement.
The
artist is the one that stuck in all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, but on behalf of the character, so is it a character making these
No.
statements?
It was on
behalf.
Okay.
So like,
Here's the thing.
so here I got perfect. So we'll show a little panel real quick.
Yeah.
So the artist, and like as you're reading through the comic, they're having like a baseball thing, right? And then you see on Colossus' shirt QS515, and that's the reference towards the verse in the Quran.
Okay.
That goes to artist. He just snuck that in. It wasn't based on the character at all. He just like he just put it in there.
Yeah, it was just subliminal art.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That's why.
And like another scene.
I
Subliminal.
thought it was a
Subliminal.
Nah,
I thought it was the character making statements, and I was like, well, that's the character.
No,
It wasn't like that.
Okay.
B.
It wasn't like that. Just straight up
It's
shirt.
not really statements. It's just like references to, like, it's on his shirt, and then there's another one where I think like a couple pages after that.
It was like a jewelry shop.
Yeah,
and it's 212.
Like
and
the
Kitty
JEW
Pryde was
in
right
June,
there,
like,
right next to Kitty Pryde's head.
Yeah.
And it was like, like it's a lot of things that are right next to each other or really subliminally put in there. And I feel like the thing that they needed to do was like everybody, like the artists, all the artists had to really do was address it.
Yeah.
Like.
So
And
what was the intention for it?
I mean,
Well, like,
It was a
obviously,
protest for what's going on in
what?
Indonesia.
yeah.
Come on, B.
I mean, in essence,
Be woke.
freedom of speech.
Stay woke.
Well, that's freedom of speech, but that's not. If he goes out there personally, that's freedom of speech. But
No.
you're going to a company and like
you're
messing
using-
with
I
product.
get that.
At that
Now
point,
you're
you're
part
representing
about-
a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh,
We got
Oh, we got
we got
Noel.
Noel.
We got Noel.
Noel.
Yes.
The boss man. The boss man. Here we go. Right here. This is my
You're
right
getting
here.
them.
Right
Go
here.
ahead.
I'm gonna jump in on the freedom of speech thing.
Okay.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we
I
go.
love this.
You're free to say whatever you want, but that doesn't mean that you don't have to face the consequences of what you say.
True. Absolutely.
Freedom of speech basically means that the government can't step in and stop you from saying things, but that doesn't mean that if you say something and it
Offends people.
offends a bunch of people, that you can't face the consequences for that, whether they choose to not give you their business anymore or not be your friend anymore, whatever it is. So you're free to say it. You just better be prepared to freely accept the consequences.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, and he does with contract. He's fired.
It's a
Oh,
double-edged
that's
sword. Yeah,
about
they
saying
terminated his
fired,
contract.
Fired.
Another round of applause for the man.
Noel.
No, yeah. So
The great one.
But the good news is his for issues 1, 2, and 3, Agent Safe's art will still be in the comic.
Yes.
And then 4, 5, and 6 will be
Some
other-
temporary
yes.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
They'll
you
be
think
temporary.
there's some more subliminal messages?
I'm hoping.
I'm really hoping.
Oh, it's gonna be
Well, hold
spicy.
on, no, not even. After this little stunt he pulled,
Pretty
Marvel's
sure they
like,
want to go back. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they already printed
Yeek.
copies. Like, it's
Yeah.
already
Yeah,
sent
yeah,
to the
it's already out
publisher.
there, man.
So.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean,
here's-
if it's on paper, it's on paper.
Yeah.
But the digital
Catch that
issues,
copy, guys.
the digital issues might catch some edits. You know.
yeah, I think they lost
second
money on it. That's
printings.
why they're mostly mad. It's like, really?
Yeah.
But now
Like,
here's
they
another
have to
thing
go
about Marvel
back
though.
and-
So
and double
one
down
of
on
their
this.
huge characters, Miss Marvel, is also Muslim.
Yeah, openly.
Yeah.
Which I really like that character. It's
Yeah,
lit.
like she's a
Khalifa.
dope character. Like,
Stop.
if
right?
I understand, what's going on, but speaking of Disney and all the cool stuff they're doing, did you guys hear they're replacing the people in costumes with animatronic robots?
Oh snap.
They're planning on it.
Planning.
Planning on it.
Robots.
They're
are
working
going to
towards-
take over the
So
world.
Are we talking
Yeah.
like big fluffy like Big Hero 6 robots?
Exactly.
Or
Yeah.
like,
Exactly. So here's the
That's
thing.
creepy,
Here's the
man.
thing. There was an
What?
article released
Really?
on a website. I'll put the link in the description. I forget. But they were talking about huggable humanoids and how Disney is drawing inspiration from Big Hero 6. So Big Hero 6 is a story of what's his name? Little kid and his brother developed a robot that would help people. It was kind of like a medic bot, right?
Yeah.
Originally Marvel.
Yeah. So
Yeah, Stan Lee was even did a cameo in the movie.
Dude, I read the comics, bro. It gets lit.
well, anyway, so right now they're experimenting with technology to like the people in the Mickey, in the Mickey suits and like the costume characters. They're trying to replace them with humanoids, like with robots. That when their main concern is kids running up to them and the robots crushing them. So they're experimenting with Big Hero technology in the sense that whenever the kids hung up, there's like a collision kind of sensor, so that they like inflate and there's like a cushion. So they're like huggable, fluffy characters, and they
They're
don't hurt
just ram
anybody.
into metal. Just
Yeah, just knock out concussions everywhere.
Goofy. That's it.
Yeah.
Speaking of like all this stuff though too, is that apparently they had a few test runs,
Yeah.
and apparently they had a few successful test
Yeah.
runs.
So I
few.
mean, who knows how
A few.
long it'll take for them to roll
Damn,
this
that
out
says a
if they
lot.
roll
The
it
other
out.
one's dead and shit.
They randomly exploding and
Like,
stuff.
bam.
Right.
I don't know how I feel that, man, because I will say this: like there were times where I would hug a person in Disney, and it's a woman,
Yeah.
and I was like, whoa, what's going on?
I feel like the taking the human element out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like capturing some of that magic that people, you know, like people in the suits can bring.
Yeah.
You know, like conversation and talking back to the kid. You know, like making the kid understand that it's like the character.
Like, can,
Like, 'cause they
can a
probably have
robot?
some-
Can they make a robot make Goofy do the stanky leg?
I don't think
You
so.
know what I'm saying?
Like-
Like can we see like?
We can't get a Squidward dab from a robot.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Unless it's
Like-
programmed. Unless it's programmed.
Unless they learn, and then
Yeah.
Skynet is real.
Like, I'm sure they'll have some pre-recorded
Artificial
messages for
intelligence.
kids
Yeah.
and stuff, but like, I don't think it's gonna be that good.
Yeah, we're in early stages of artificial intelligence,
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
So.
And
Samsung
even then-
already has the very first mobile artificial intelligence inside their Galaxy S8. Yeah, its name is Bixby.
Bigsby. No.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
mixed,
yes.
man.
Take that, Siri.
Yeah,
Boy, you have both.
No,
I know.
we
I do
don't
have
their
both.
own bag
But,
on
you know,
Cortana.
2 phones, Kevin Gates style.
Whoa, hold up. I mean, but yeah, like you were saying, like it's a double-edged sword, I think,
Yeah.
because then like kids are entranced by the magic of the costume,
Yeah,
but then at the same time, if they see Disney walking around holding his head,
yeah.
like, and then homie's like smoking a cigarette, like what?
Also, man,
this
the
isn't the
fear-
Goofy I know.
The fear of, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's becoming real. Like,
Yeah,
I-
that's also a thing.
Imagine
Oh,
like
no.
That's
a
also a thing.
Disneyland, like Five Nights at
Hey
Freddy's.
man,
Yeah.
you don't even gotta wait for that. Have you been to Chuck E. Cheese lately? Like Chuck E. Cheese is like terrifying,
Yeah.
bro.
Well, that's not my Chucky, bro.
That's not my
They,
Chucky.
Yeah,
they
right.
Hashtag
redesigned
not my
Chucky,
Chucky.
not my
No, but,
Chucky.
Hashtag not my
talking
Chucky.
Not
about
my
games.
Chucky.
Talking about games.
Yeah.
What's new with the
Oh,
releases, man?
yeah, that's right. So, you know, Mr. Isaiah, you want to leave that on?
Oh yeah, so actually right now we're gonna cut to a clip of a featurette that we did, filmed in the shop, talking about some game stuff. So,
Check
Stay
that out.
tuned.
all right, how's it going, guys? Welcome to a new segment we got going, Gaming with the Panda. It's the Mad Panda here. Today we're gonna talk about some stuff. You want to start us off with?
Yes, so we're going to be talking about the Battlefront trailer that was released, and it is dope.
Absolutely crazy, man.
Ray's in it,
Yeah.
and they got Darth Maul.
Bro, that's gonna be crazy. I think I want to know who that female protagonist is though. The first female that they
Yeah.
show in the game, because we don't know who that is.
Yeah, she looked like she was with the Rebels.
Yeah, so that's gonna be pretty cool.
What's-
Also, Nintendo Switch or Nintendo dropped a Nintendo Direct yesterday, talking about a couple things, mostly harping on Splatoon 2 though. I'm not a huge fan. I heard the game was dope though. I played it a little bit while I was working at GameStop. It was super cool. 2, I don't really know though. I don't think it's worthy. Like, you know, if you already have a Switch, pick it up obviously because you don't really got nothing else to play. But
It'll be directly to you.
yeah.
Right?
Also, we had like they were talking about, I believe, a Fire Emblem game on 3DS. So they released a couple games on 3DS, and hopefully the 3DS is still a big deal. So.
Right? So, but you know, Nintendo's got a long legacy though.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
real. Yeah. Speaking of legacies.
Ooh, see
Yeah.
what you did there.
Uncharted Legacy is coming out.
So
Man. That
dope.
trailer got released. That's gonna be so
Yes.
cool. I remember they like a year ago, I think they released
it
the
was-
first little
It was
cinematic
like E3
thing.
or something like that.
Yeah, so hopefully we get some more of that at E3 this coming year, which I'm gonna harp on a lot on this in this segment, and hopefully in its own show. You know what I'm saying?
A little break off here.
So yeah, you want to hit on that last?
Bro, like, and then we got the Xbox and PlayStation crossplay going on.
Oh, the rivalry
Now-
is real, man.
In case y'all didn't know, the Mad Panda over here does a lot of Rocket League
Rocket League
gameplay.
Indeed, yep.
And that was supposed to be the first game where Xbox and PlayStation got together.
Yeah, true.
But at the last minute, Xbox was like, nah.
Yeah, I wonder what that was
Nah.
about too, man. Like if it was a hardware issue or what.
I wonder
going on
if
with
it
that.
was really just about, like, I guess teasing us.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, everybody wants the next best thing. Everybody wants to be able to finally play with everybody else.
True.
But I wonder if Xbox was like, nah. Instead,
Yeah.
we'll just give you Windows.
Yeah, for real.
Which was huge. Like, I don't know if y'all ever played, like, Gears of War, but I hate
Yeah.
y'all PC users.
For real.
All right?
Now we got access
I'm
to
just saying.
everything, man. We got like the PlayStation has its own, you know, connection to PC. So, Xbox has it, or they started it. So, you know, PC players really like myself can play everything now. So it's gonna be really cool. I want to get into some to some Rocket League, playing with, you know, a PS4 person and an Xbox 360 person, just to
Bruh.
see if there's any lag or anything.
All I know is
from either
that
side.
you about to make some people mad.
For real.
I don't know if y'all seen some of his gameplay, though, but if you look what he can make y'all mad.
All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all for tuning in, and let's get back to the Nerds at the Watchtower. Peace.
So along with X-Men Gold, another thing that has been released is X-Men Blue. Okay, Felipe, you want to talk about that?
You know, from my understanding, this is basically gonna be like the OG cast. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's come from the past and is entered into the future. So now they form like their own like X-Men, you know, group. And here's something interesting about that. You know, in this era right now that we're in after Inhumans v X-Men, it's like the X-Men aren't really trusted by society anymore.
It's split.
Yeah.
You completely split, which is why we have X-Men Gold and X-Men Blue.
Yeah, but that cast had their own issue before called All New X-Men. That's when
Yeah.
they first came back. They have 2 volumes of it. You want to check it out. But yeah, dude, I don't know what. They look different. Their powers have been altered because they came from the past. Jean Grey got her powers. Has powers when she was supposed to get them when she was older. She has them now at this age.
She developed a lot quicker.
Yeah, she's like this.
Yeah.
So do we know
No.
like how that's gonna tie into like Secret Empire, or if they're going to touch on that?
Not yet.
Secret
I haven't.
Empire
No,
yet?
not yet.
Not
Not yet.
yet.
I know
I'm
for sure.
not sure.
For X-Men Blue, the lineup is young Jean Grey, young Cyclops, young Angel, young Beast, and young Iceman.
Yeah.
Like
Bobby-
being Blue Beast.
Pre-blue.
Yeah, pre-blue.
Ooh.
So still in human form.
Yeah, because
Nice.
he fixed. That's the reason why Beast brought him back.
Yeah, because he fixed
He was
the
having another mutation, and this last stage of the mutation was killing him. And it was because he messed up in his formula, and
Yeah.
so now that
And
he's cured.
that panel alone. This happened in All New X-Men, so it's a while back. And in that panel, young Hank McCoy just looks at it. Oh, this is where you messed up. Pick, and he just fixes it.
Yeah. So now the young or the past is gonna mutate different.
Yeah.
Because he has the purpose. He has the I guess the
different
right
formula, yeah.
the right
Right.
formula.
Okay.
So I can't wait to see this variation of Beast
Yeah.
in the future because he's
Yeah.
gonna turn blue eventually.
Yeah,
That's gonna be really dope.
it's
Right.
really awesome. So keep an eye out for that.
Or maybe he
guys.
doesn't at all.
Oh, maybe,
Ooh.
maybe.
You know what's funny? Like, speaking of all these crossovers, there's also going to be a 4-part crossover between Batman and the Flash, and we're going to be continuing the
Nice.
story of Rebirth. You know,
Yes.
last time we saw Inside Superman, you know, they've been a lot of heavy hitters at what's going on the Man on Mars. On top of that, I believe it was in Titans. One of the Titans whispered a word, Manhattan.
Yeah.
So, let's see what happens with the development of this button. I'm really excited to see it. Batman, greatest detective. The Flash is another great detective. What are they going to come up with?
Tim Drake is also recognized as one of the greatest detectives.
For real.
They're better than Batman.
I'm just saying who is
Admittedly.
alive right now.
I'm just
okay?
happy to see the Watchmen back.
Right?
I'm
Yeah.
just happy.
Yeah,
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 I'm
yeah.
just
That'd
happy.
be really good. to see.
Dr. Manhattan.
You know, actually, I saw the
My boy.
Watchmen movie the other day too, just to like rewatch it and do like.
Did you see the theater version or the
I was-
director's cut?
Which one?
Did you see the
Director's
theater
cut?
version or the
Come
director's
on, no,
cut?
director's cut.
All right, I'm glad. All right.
Now-
I mean, I would totally sit through 3.5 hours again.
Oh yeah.
What's dope is
Awesome.
it like at the time like I was young enough to like think superheroes were superheroes and not people,
Mm.
and that was a really cool thing about the Watchmen was that it
really
recognized
pushed
them.
It reversed it.
Yeah.
It showed like their flaws and everything that you know.
Oh man, Watchmen
Yeah.
got dark.
It was
Actually,
super dark.
pick up the series or check it out online. Pick up the trade paperback. Get the individual comics. Do what you have to do. Read the Watchmen. It's a 12-issue series. It's filled with like super relatable
It's a
characters.
masterpiece.
It's honestly one of the greatest works of all time.
It's a-
in
it's one
terms
the
of
best graphic
in terms of
novels.
like art direction, in terms of plot, in terms of side stories, character development, character content, character evolution, and even the before the Watchmen series, like the what is it called? Not like the spin-offs, but the individual character stories. There's so much development to be like had for like Rorschach and Dr. Manhattan and Silk Spectre. So all these people, they get the story that they deserve, and it's just really well done. You have to check it out. And on top of that, it'll help you understand the events of Rebirth.
Yes.
So
Yes. Because DC threw us for a loop on that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's funny too is me and Jackie the Gray, we were talking, and inside like the after credits, like they'll show like little like photos, I guess, of like the superheroes. I mean, the Watchmen doing like things. Inside one of the credits, it's Rorschach punching oh my god, Chill Bill. The guy that's responsible for killing Martha and Thomas Wayne.
Oh.
Yeah, it shows him.
Dr. Manhattan.
No, not Dr. Manhattan. Dr. Manhattan did not kill Martha and Thomas Wayne.
The shooter.
The shooter, yeah, the guy that killed it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Rebirth. My bad.
Well, so it actually shows him punching Bill. What's cool is that in the background you'll see like a little Batman symbol.
That's
Right?
cute.
That's dope.
It's cute.
Easter eggs.
Easter eggs.
Easters.
Oh,
Man.
That's interesting, man. So, with that being said, guys, that has been the program for today. We hope you enjoy it. Also, don't forget to give a like, share, and leave a comment below. Let us know what you think. Are you excited for any of the titles that we mentioned? And what titles do you want us to talk about? This is what we're here. We're here for you, guys, because in Nerds, we trust. I'm JR.
Brian.
I'm Felipe.
I'm Roger.
Isaiah.
Eclectic Nerds. We out.
Peace.